Hi, everybody. Okay, so my title, Poor Will. I really mean that. Okay, first of all, I gotta give my Best Actor of the Day award to Crew Moore because he's a young guy and he's in love with his girlfriend. However, she doesn't want to go all the way, right? Okay, so now here's the question. Here's how I'm gonna face this. Because otherwise I'm just gonna say forget it with this storyline and move on to other ones. So I'm gonna pose the question of how long is he gonna be willing to wait before he says, I give up, I can't, you know, all that. Okay. And let me tell you that I feel bad for him because, like I said, he's a young guy, he has hormones, and also he has Luna, the lovely Lisa Yamada, throwing herself at him. And so, I don't know. Okay, talk about wardrobe for a second. Apparently, if you're in the Nozawa family, you were in purple today. Lisa was in like lilac covered colored lingerie, and her mother, who plays her mother, Romy Park, was in another shade of purple, a darker shade, more like I'd say a plum in that family. Okay. Um. Okay, and I'm gonna get to Poppy in a second, but Lisa. Okay, so she is now out of the get up from the pizza delivery thing, and she is trying her best to tempt Will. And here's the thing, you can see that he's conflicted because he wants to like Luna or something, but you know, uh, he's dating Electra, so he can't. But he does the gentlemanly thing and says, please leave. Now, obviously, she doesn't go right away, but he does try to say that. And ultimately, he does kind of push her out of the, I don't know, office. And then just so happens that right after she leaves, Electra comes in. But I've talked about this before, so I'm gonna try not to like bore it to death. But okay, here's how I feel about Electra. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for the actress because they're not writing for her. They're writing her in a way that she sounds like a wimp and a prude and whatever else. Okay? But she also sounds like she's in love with him, but it's weird because she's like, I just saw him 5 minutes ago, but I miss him. You just saw him 5 minutes ago. How could you miss him? Obviously, she hasn't heard the phrase absence makes the heart grow fonder. And yes, I understand that in some cases that's not always true. But I'm just saying that generally, and I learned this from my dad, relationships are best when they're like a rubber band. Okay? So you have to have space apart for it to come back. If you have it together all the time, it breaks. And then the relationship fails because the person is like, I need space away from you. And if you don't understand that, like, if you equate it to, oh, he needs space from me because he's not in love with me, that's not the point, dear. He needs space from you to miss you, and because he has another life outside of you, and he hopes that you have another life outside of him, right? Okay, but this chick, she's all like, I miss him. I don't know what to do. I'm like, honey, I wanted to say, which is really bad, honey, get a life. please. Get a life and get some friends. Okay, so I saved the best for last here. Okay. We saw the scene today of Sheila dealing with Poppy. And I kind of feel bad for the character of Poppy because she's dressed in a really nice dress that looks like it cost a lot. And I got messed up with all the food and stuff. Okay. So there was a spoiler from Friday about how she was going to be covered in cake and stuff. And I said, I don't know when that's going to happen. Okay, it happened today because, well, let's see. Sheila called Poppy a bad word for a woman, not the B word, the other word. Okay, and she not the really bad word. Just like go down the list, and you know what I'm talking about. Like, okay, what they call the Logan girls from the Valley. That's what she called her. So then she slaps her because, you know, and then Sheila is Sheila and dumps her face in some food and like also decides to cream her face with whatever. So like two women, not even a cat fight, just a food fight, but like a bad one where people get covered in food, you know. Only it's funny because after the fight, Kimberly Brown, her hand is covered in cake or whatever, but nowhere else on her body is covered with this. Okay, I might have to redo this one. I'm sorry, you guys. I know it's weird. Anyway, and that's weird. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. So she's the only one not covered with food all over, right? Okay. And then where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. Heather Tom and Catherine Kelly Lang have a sister moment, but like I can't, like, I want to have faith that me and Rich are gonna get back together, and I'm like, why? Why? When I start screaming why at the TV, it's not good. I'm supposed to be on your side, or at least I'm supposed to be on somebody's side. And I was like, what? When I go into the what, why, no good. So, yeah, it was just kind of strange. All right. Bye, guys.